This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. When you sign up with Squarespace and get a domain, you get a free taco. You don't? Oh, really? I feel like that should be a thing. So there's been some excitement in the camera world, particularly with, where'd it go? With Sony cameras, well, really Canon cameras as well, and then there's Nikon and Fuji. There's just a bunch of excitement all around in the camera world. But with all the excitement of these new cameras coming out, the A7R4, the supposed A7S III, and then two supposed Sony cameras coming out at the end of August, Tamron teases us with a video of 4 brand new lenses for Sony E-mount cameras. What is it? First, they came out with a 28-75. Just recently, they came out with a 17-28. But they just released this trailer, this teaser of 4 brand new lenses. From what I'm looking at, it looks like the next zoom lens is going to be a 70-200 equivalent, and the other 3 are prime lenses, and they all look pretty much the same. And I don't know if that's going to be true when they finally release these lenses, but exciting times nonetheless. Now, I know some of you have been asking, where is your Tamron 17-28 review? And the truth is that I was gonna do one, and I did pre-order the Tamron 17-28 because I had been looking for a wide-angle lens for my Sony a7 III, but I canceled my pre-order. I know, I'm so sorry. But actually not sorry, because I found out there was one thing that I really didn't like about the 17-28 wide-angle lens, and I don't think a lot of YouTubers are talking about it, and it's this, the internal zoom. I hate it. The internal zoom, that's like the best part about the lens. I mean, if you put it on a gimbal or a glide cam, like you don't have to worry about the lens being too front heavy or the barrel coming out. And yes, that's true, but because the barrel kind of does the opposite, there's that gap, that tiny gap where potential dust and other particles might enter into the lens. And that's what I don't like about the 17-28. Now, I could be wrong. There could be some sort of weather sealing design in it. I've asked some of my YouTube friends what they thought about it, and a lot of them have said no dust so far. Let's see what happens. But if there's no glass protection in front of that lens, that barrel, I don't know if I want that lens. And I'm probably just speaking from my past experience, but I've used lenses like that back in the day, and every time I've used a lens that has an internal zoom with no glass protection, there's always dust in my image. Like there's literally dust under the glass. Like there's nothing I can do about it. And that's probably the only reason why I probably won't get the 17-28. It's because there's no protection for that barrel. Yes, I could get a high quality UV filter and just leave it there. That's very true. But I also like using variable ND filters. And so I'm not a big fan of putting glass on glass. I started out shooting weddings, and so I'm more of a lens purist. I'd rather not have any filter in front of my lens. And so the idea of adding a glass on top of another glass, I don't want the image quality to be ruined, if that makes sense. And to be fair, from the images and videos that I have seen, the image quality of the 17-28 is pretty killer. The price point is amazing and seems like a really, really good vlogging lens. But I don't know, something in me is like, just don't. I don't know. Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know. That's an actual question. I want to know, do you think I'm right or do you think I'm wrong? Suffice to say, I'm really excited about what kind of lenses Tamron is about to announce. So there's definitely gonna be another zoom lens, so that completes the zoom lens range. You got your wide angle, you got your standard, and you have your telephoto. But these 3 prime lenses, that's really intriguing me. And if I'm honest, I'm probably more interested in checking out the prime lenses that Tamron's about to announce. I'm asking around to see if anybody knows anything about these Tamron lenses, and nobody has a clue. It looks like nothing is going to be announced until Photo Plus happens this October. So until then, we're just gonna have to wait. Now, if they came out with a 24mm 1.4, a 35mm 1.4, and a 50mm 1.4, oh man, they would change the game. They would do the same exact thing that the Sigma Art lenses did when they first were announced, and that's creating high quality lenses at an affordable price. And Sigma glass, I think, should be the standard when it comes to high quality affordable lenses, because they're just amazing. I mean, you got the 35mm Art, such a fan favorite, and you have this bad boy, this tank, the 40mm 1.4. The only thing is that these guys are built like a tank. For better or for worse. I mean, they're heavy lenses. And so if Tamron can pull off something similar at an even more affordable price point and for lenses that are lighter, Oh man, that could change the game. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I wanted to share that with you because it's just exciting news to hear of 4 brand new lenses that we have no idea are gonna be, but we're gonna find out very soon. But I wanna know, what do you guys think? What exactly are these prime lenses? What would you want these prime lenses to be? I don't know. Super exciting times. All right, quick break to thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. Because I'm not a nerd, I don't know how to make a website. However, with Squarespace, you don't need to understand code to make a website. In fact, they make it really easy. Whether you're starting a business or a portfolio or an online store, Squarespace makes it really easy to set up a website just like that. Well, maybe not like in an instant. It might take like an hour or so or whatever, but it's really quick. With Squarespace, you have a wide variety of beautiful templates to start off with. So if you're looking for more of a minimal design, they got you covered. You wanna make an online store? They got you covered. You wanna make an online portfolio? They got you covered. Also, you get free tacos for every website you design. That's not true. Now, for me, I've used Squarespace for years now, and every time I made a website or updated my portfolio, Squarespace has made it really easy for me to do just that. And now that I'm growing my business, I've set up an online store where I get to sell my LUTs and presets. They got some pretty insightful analytics, as well as powerful marketing tools like email campaigns. So cool, all in one platform. And that's like my favorite thing about Squarespace is that you have all those tools under one platform. Anyway, big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode. And if you want to get 10% off your first purchase, then go to squarespace.com/Sidney. And no, you don't get a free taco after you buy a domain. At least not yet. Speaking of lenses, I still gotta do a review on this lens, the Viltrox 85. Anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know your thoughts if I made a mistake by canceling my order of the Tamron 17 to 28. Maybe I was wrong. I could have been testing it right now. Oh yeah, that would have made sense. Well, bye. Squarespace, squarespace.com/Sidney. That should be like the song. That should be their song.